everybody, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to attempt to do the Q&A. Found some questions online. The first round will be some random questions, the second round will be deeper questions, and then the last round will be some questions that I got on Instagram from a friend of mine. Round one is the random questions. First one is, if you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say? There's a lot I would want to say. What is with all these pop-ups? Move! Yeah, my computer. I would say all Black Lives Matter and stop treating black women like an afterthought. That's what I would say. Along those lines. I don't know the exact words I would say. It would be something like that. 2, if you had to work but didn't need the money, what would you choose to do? Well, fortunately, I love what I do right now, so that wouldn't change. But in addition to that, I would also be an author if I could, because I also like to write. What is in your fridge right now? Okay, we have leftovers, water, juice, eggs, vegetables. Yeah. Would you rather look like a potato or feel like a potato? Feel like a potato? Who wants to look like a potato? Where do you not mind waiting? At home? If you could be a member of any TV sitcom family, which would it be? Dang it. I watch so many sitcoms. Ow. I'll just pick Smart Guy because that was like one of my favorite sitcoms. So I would say the family from Smart Guy. What would be the best thing about not having a sense of smell? Well, since I'm in New York City and when I have to take public transportation, there's usually a lot of smells, a lot of unique odors, so it would be good if I couldn't smell while I was on the bus or train, so I wouldn't have to smell that. So that would be the best thing. Would you leave your hometown forever or stay in your hometown forever? Yeah, that's tough. I don't want to stay anywhere forever. I guess I would have to pick leave your hometown forever, because there's a lot of opportunities outside of the hometown, so you can't experience that if you're stuck in that place forever. When scrolling through social media, do you prefer posts from celebrities or from your best friends? I prefer seeing posts from best friends, see how they're doing, and especially if they post something that they've accomplished or they've achieved. Is there an app that you hate but use anyways? I don't have an app that I hate. So no. If you could only speak one word today, what would you say? The one word I would use is okay, because there's a lot of ways you could use okay. It could be like, Okay. 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 See, there's different ways you could use it. So that's the word I would go with. It has multiple uses. What is the stupidest thing you've done because someone dared you to? I don't remember. What part of your body could use a little lotion? My elbows. What is the stupidest thing you've done on your own free will? I would say, well, the first thing that comes to mind is, I don't know why I did this. I know my brother laughed at me when this happened, but because it made no sense. I don't know why. I guess I was like really high on energy, like had a lot of energy. This is when I was a little kid, and I randomly decided to run and jump and land on a couch, and when I landed on the couch, it broke. That was stupid. I don't know why I did that. I don't know what I was thinking. It made no sense. I didn't think it would break, but it broke. I can't explain that one, but I'll say that was the stupidest thing I've done on my own free will. If you could lock up one person in a mental institution, who would it be? Well, there's more than one person, and I feel like if I say who those people are, I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'll just say that they're well known, and they're a celebrity, and they're very unstable and they need help, and I'm not gonna say who it is, but there's a couple people, and if you know who I'm talking about, it's great. What part of the human face is your favorite? I would say the eyes, because I always look at somebody's eyes to see like if they really mean what they're saying. So I see the truth or the lies when I'm looking at someone while they're talking. I look at their eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Do you dance crazy when no one is looking? I don't. Yeah, but I haven't even done that recently. I'd be too tired. Mentally and physically tired. But yeah, I don't really dance in public, but when I'm by myself, right? If like my jam comes on, yeah. What was the best thing before sliced bread? I don't know. If you could wedgie any historical figure, who would you pick? The same person or people that I would put in a mental institution. The famous person or people that I don't want to say the names of. That's who. How come you never read about a psychic winning the lottery? That's a good question. Why don't you ask the psychic that? How many pennies would fit into this room? A lot. You've been given an elephant. You can't get rid of it. What would you do with it? Try to take care of it? What's the wildest thing you've ever done in a hotel room? I'm not telling y'all that. Okay, so this is round 2 for the next set of questions. These are the deep questions. I probably won't be able to answer all of these, but I'll try my best. Are you living a meaningful life? Yes, I believe so. What's the one thing you cannot live without? I'll say music then, because music helps me get through a lot of stuff, no matter what mood I'm in. What do you want your final words to be? This is making me uncomfortable. I don't want to think about that. Whatever the final words would be, I hope it would be inspirational and meaningful. Which is more important, what you say or how you say it? How you say it. Because saying something is one thing, but how you say it shows what you really think about it and how you really feel about it. What kind of question? Do you believe in heaven and hell? I'm getting a little religious right now. I do believe that there is a place for good and a place for bad in the afterlife. Do you trust anyone with your life? Why are you asking me this? I'm just gonna say yes and move on. Like, you're getting too deep. Would you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? Introvert. Do you believe in true love? I want to make sure I'm getting this right. What true love really means? Strong and lasting affection between spouses or lovers who are in a happy, passionate, and fulfilling relationship. An example of true love is the emotion shared between a couple who has been married for 40 years, who are still passionate about each other and care deeply for each other. So yes, I believe that's possible. I believe that. How do you think the world will change in 10 years, 50, 100? I don't know. At some point, I thought the world did change, but then when you look at 2020, you look at this year, you see that not much has really changed. So it's like, I don't even know if the world will change. And if it does change, will it be for the better or for worse? Because there have been changes, but they're not. It could be better. It feels like history keeps repeating itself. You would think we would come so far, but again, like 2020 is exposing everything and everyone, and you're seeing that practically nothing has really changed. So I don't know if I think the world will change that much. And if it does change, hopefully it'll be much better than how it is now. I'm thinking, well, it's going to take more than 10 years. I think practically nothing will change in 10 years. But I want to be optimistic, so I don't want to say that nothing's going to change, but I will say that there may be changes, but it won't be the drastic changes that we should have. What is something you are certain you'll never experience? Women getting equal pay. I don't know. I don't think that'll happen in my lifetime, but hopefully I get proven wrong. How would your perfect partner treat you? The short answer to this is they will treat me the way that I should be treated, the way that I deserve to be treated. What role, what one responsibility do you most wish you didn't have? Can I just say adulting as a whole? Adulting is hard. What is something that you're embarrassed you're so good at? Embarrassed at something I'm good at? I guess I'm good at being clumsy. Is that what I say? How do you recharge? I recharge by having time to myself, limiting social media, emails, texting, phone calls, And making myself relax because I'm always doing something, so I have to force myself to sit down somewhere. What's something that offends you? I got it. Something that offends me is when somebody lies. Like, when someone lies, that means that they're insulting my intelligence because you thought that I would be stupid enough to fall for the lie. What makes you most angry about our country? How can I put this in a nice way? Is there a nice way to say it? What is upsetting is that this country is supposed to represent one thing, but it doesn't reflect that. If you don't look a certain way, you don't have the same privileges as others do. These questions are designed to get me in trouble. Some people can say whatever they want, no problem, but someone like me can only say certain things, but other people could say whatever they want and not get in trouble. This is the last round of questions. What got you into drawing, and who are some of your favorite artists? So, what got me into drawing is, I believe, is my brother, because he'll be drawing and then I want to draw too. And just watching cartoon shows, make my own cartoon. Yeah, so watching shows like that, then I would draw them a lot. And then from there, I created my own characters. So I went from there to drawing short stories, magazine, CD covers, advertisements, comic strips. Then I wanted to be a painter at one point, but then I was hearing all these stories about like how they don't do that well financially, and I was like, I can't go that route then. Maybe I keep it as a hobby, but as a career, I don't think so. So that's why I like branched off into doing advertising design, and then from advertising I went to graphic design because you can do a lot with that. Some of my favorite artists, Van Gogh. So his art style inspired me, and that's seeing his stuff made me want to be a painter. And then I heard his story and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Another artist that inspired me was Magritte, because and his surrealism. And if I have current artists that I like, I do follow a couple on Instagram. One of the artists that I really like on Instagram is Princess K. Who or what are your biggest motivators? The people who are my biggest motivators are my parents and my friends. Things that have motivated me are my background, and over the years being told that I can't do this, and you're too this, you're too that, you can't do this because of that. And instead of letting that knock me down, I use that to motivate me to do even better. Being told that I can't motivated me to show them that I can. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? I guess this might sound silly, but I'm already told that if looks could kill, and based on the death stares that I give, looks could kill a lot of people. My superpower would be if somebody gets on my nerves too much, all I have to do is look at them and it will, how do I put this nicely? It will make them sit down somewhere and leave me alone. The last question. If you could have lunch with a famous figure, dead or alive, who would it be? So this one is tough, but I'm gonna go with Michaela Coel. I hope I said her name right, because she's like so inspiring and amazing. Like, she uses her stories, like her life, traumatic things and other things that have happened to her over the years, and she uses that and she creates these classic shows. So Chewing Gum, even though it was short, I still love that show. I wish it was back on Netflix, but I understand why it's not. And this new show called I May Destroy You, which is like, it's triggering, but it's just so interesting, and I can't believe that some of this stuff happened to her. But she's an excellent writer, and she has a great personality, and I love writing, so I would love to talk to her and like just have a deep conversation. So I would love to have lunch with her if that was even possible. Next video will be in my natural hair journey. I've been wanting to talk about that for a while, but I was like, how does that even relate to this channel? But the way that I've branded my channel now, it makes sense. So the last video I did was cleaning and getting rid of old stuff, because 2020 is like such a disaster in so many ways. And one of the ways that I've been healing is like getting rid of things that I no longer need. So I've been doing a lot of cleaning, so that's been helping. For that, I did the toxic work environments video, which I discussed a very traumatic experience that took longer to get over than I thought it would. But that workplace ain't doing so well, and it's because of karma. So I don't feel sorry for them. Just the nice people who work there. Thank you to all my subscribers and viewers. I hope this was entertaining. I'm like a little awkward. I just wanted to film this while I was in a good mood, because this year has been like up and down, so I really need to go to bed. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Take care.